Oh, that was weird. Was it boarding the console?
Rise with the sun! Pyroclastic surge!
Access denied.
Why?
Hey, not a bad haul.
Okay, I should do it. I am. My mouse over here, but it doesn't. Why is it like it's put on my synthesis? Give me a second, just gotta check something.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Then it's a bit. Let's test this real quick. Change that. That might have fixed it.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
No, wrong way. Hit himself twice. Okay, where the heck was I going? No, I'm not going in. Okay, I didn't even see this place. That's the flame. Okay, it is. We're facing that way, all the way, right way. Hi guys.
Light it up!
This is long overdue.
Not attached to the wash. Should be, right? This. On. You guys are gonna come alive, huh? I'd expect it. Just checking something real quick. This in the sink. By itself. Okay, pressing square now. That's a sink. Let's have to check. Oh, I see you. Big ass rock. Must be a crab somewhere. want to grab? What's that behind the thing I can't get to? Right? You work. What? Connected? Yeah, I can't think I might say that. Oh, I see. Oh, it's not gonna go away. Yeah. Man. Spin you. Not waiting for me.
Wrath from the sky!
Also, only one that's gonna go. Fine, this is like a revenge bazaar, isn't it?
Rise with the sun! Ah!
No touching.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Is that the persona piece ahead? Unable to analyze the density of the substance before us. It appears to have a mass of 0. It looks like we got the last piece. We should be able to negotiate with a bit of our opposition now. Try it again. Looks like we got the last piece. We should at least be able to negotiate a bit with our opposition now. On the bright side, at least we can stop the Narcissan crew's order from forging the Holy Blade. Not at all, Paimon. Final goal is to forge the Holy Blade ourselves, and use it to stop their plan. Of course, Anne, I have not forgotten what that sword means to you. Holy sword that can cut out... Sorry. A holy sword that can cut out the will is also the key to unraveling the mystery. And to be honest, it is equally important to me as well. It's just that we have more important, more pressing matters at hand. Would you mind, then, if we looked into the mystery surrounding us later? I'm fine with that. In that case, traveler, please take this persona with you, if you would. Does the game keep... Okay. Flash him. Start a program. We not want to burn ourselves down. Yes, Microsoft Edge. I should click on it. Good. Okay, I should stop that from happening. Suppose this means I can take that we accepted our invitation. What is happening? What just happened? Someone said something and we separated from Caterpillar and the others. Where are we being sent? That voice sounded familiar. Where have we heard it before? Guessing Jacob. The tower. Then we ended on top of the tower of the Gasol place. We're separated from Caterpillar and Seymour. What should we do? It looks like there are traps waiting down below. Things haven't gotten serious yet. Well, let's check out the scenery. Come on, can you at least this little sense of urgency? Paimon knows you're a good fighter, but Paimon's worried about the others. but I wouldn't trust us to keep going. Oh, is that the entrance? If there's any traps, just smash them. In accordance to Fontaine law and the provisional national provisions, as well as Mnemonia Act 1 something 2, the Narcissans Crew's Order is declared an illegal extremist group and a criminal organization. This location will be permanently sealed from this day forth. Destroying this board will be seen as a challenge of the national authority, and violators will be publicly sentenced on charges of. The reverse side has a seal of the courts and a signature of Alain Guillotine and Nouvellette. Interesting. Wait, could this be the Narcissans Crew's Order? I was worried the Master's clock might break down at the crucial moment, so I came to do a bit of maintenance. What took you so long? I've even had time to finish an anti-rust treatment and oil it up. That's the voice we heard earlier. You're... the purple dude. I've told you, just call me Jacob. How did you set up this trap? I believe the persona selection to be the most important. Therefore lies the persona excised by the Master of Narcissism Crews himself. Only a drop of water from an ocean can open it. Can't allow it to be taken by just any ignorant adventurer. So I set a trap before activating the orphans, and sealed the space off. Why are you here? Why shouldn't I be here? This is Narcissism Crew's auto base. Is there something wrong with returning to my own base? You're the ones who are trespassing. Don't you feel a tinge of guilt for breaking the law? This was once the realm of a god. Now a peasant sits upon its throne. Just like the world today. As compensation, give me the rest of your paints and the persona I need. I refuse. Even now, at a time like this. Just what are you so hung up on? The countdown to the world's end has started. I must forge the holy blade and place it in my master's hand. Is this Narcissism Crews this master of yours? Indeed, according to the word formula. The second deluge is looming before us. When it comes, only he will be able to save the world. Only by forging the holy blade can he continue his unfinished work, gathering the wills of everyone in Fontaine, the continent, and even the entire planet unto himself. As the primordial sea returns once more, and so devours the devourer of all darkness. And so the devourer of all darkens the sky. Only he who is whole unto himself may survive. Only then will our souls, nay, all humanity's souls, be spared from destruction. We will welcome a new dawn in a tranquil sea of ignorance he grants us. So this is your big plan to save the world? It sounds like you're just blindly following everyone's consciousness. It sounds like you're just bundling everyone's consciousness together without consent. And what in the world? And what would you know of anything? Only the Master Narcissism Crew's new body will survive the coming of the second deluge. If all other life disappears into the sea, he will survive alone. He will remember all those lives that were lost. He recognizes the value of equality and of all life. Selflessness that cannot be besmirched by one such as you. So, where is he now? In the deepest depths beneath us. When the thugs and dogs of Fontaine surrounded us and attempted to wipe us out, he descended alone into the depths below. But he must still be alive, and the time for his return is nigh. Quickly, give me what you have on you, and then I will have all the orphans, and you may leave. How about this? I will trade you the rust treatment and oil. Think of it as a gift for that foolish dog. In the dawn of the new world, it is likely that there will be a place for it. It is unlikely that there will be a place for it, or Guillotine's fantasies. I refuse. The world is not as weak as you think. That's right. Paimon and the Traveler see more crises than you've eaten loads of flour crisps. And we always come out on top. Truly, there is no reaching your exalted heights. I remember how the Master used to pretend to be an evil dragon when we played as children. Who would have thought that he would become a hero while the real evil dragons would come at us, one after another? Guillotine may have disappeared, but here is successors. Come self-assured, thinking themselves totally infallible. What the heck are you talking about? The time has come. A century ago, the prophecy predicted all. He will return. If you will not give me what I need willingly, I will take it myself. How bothersome.
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis. Rust and rebuild.
Light it up! Light as a blazing sun!
But I've arrived in time. Oh. I heard all that. Oh crap. Ow, that's hard.
Allow me.
Try and stop me! Wrath of the sky!
It's been a while, Krahalis. Still no sign of metamorphosis, I see. Perhaps you've grown too used to being a caterpillar. Have you already forgotten the time we spent here? It was brief time compared to our eternity, but those brief moments granted us mastery of this universe. I was nothing more than your exhibit at that time, nor could I understand your grand plans. Plus, I tend to have a bad memory of things I don't like. But on your return, I performed a dispelling ritual. How fastidious of you. Of course, how could I allow spiritual impurities and contaminates into the Master's space? Alas, you have not yet left your cocoon. You will return to the void in the end. There is no place for you in the new world. Hand over the rest of it. I shall permit it. It seems that you are the hero wielding. I shall permit it. It seems that it is you who are the hero wielding the holy blade in this telling of the story, while I am the dragon. who falls on your sword. Matters not in the end. All the elements are in place, and the dragon has been defeated. You may guard reason for now. After all, nobody can truly own the Holy Blade. We merely hold it as it travels in the direction it must, until it reaches its final destiny. The Holy Blade can be any object, but is there a particular symbolism in it being a sword? Well then, present something that can hold reason. Let us use the Holy Blade of Narcissinchra as we found earlier. This is... What's next, Jacob? Don't you want to reforge the Holy Blade as soon as possible? Next, Oceanid. Touch the sword. Is this a trap? No. Although the Holy Blade can part any will from water, it can also unite wills and accommodate both the primordial and that of order. You have been chosen because, even if you are an illusion, you contain something that the Narcissinchra's Ordo has gathered over many years. The power of will. Should we trust him? His biological indicators show a very low probability that he is lying, though I remain doubtful. How long must you dawdle? You're no better than that rusty old shell guillotine created. Would you like some oil for your brain? Or rust remover? Speaking of rust remover, what about it? That watch. Yeah, we can try using that rust remover on the watch. What nonsense are you going on about? Adults shouldn't interrupt children. And I'm a child too. Whoa, it's open. I see why people were telling me to do this mission now. There's a photo inside? How nostalgic. Elaine, Renee, Director Lyris, Marianne, and myself, as we once were. I remember this photo. I think I remember. Matching traits detected. That is Marianne, my ward. Well, has the oil helped lubricate your rusty decision-making skills? If we don't take this step, we'll never be able to leave this world of memory. Yeah, let me give it a try then. It's okay, I've made up my mind. Whoa! Is this what the Holy Blade of Narcissinchra is really like? Weren't you listening? Caterpillar just explained that the Holy Blade can indwell any form that holds significance. Just like the Holy Blade of Narcissinchra we imagined. You changed back? Very good. My mission is now complete. Now, propose a trade. Now you Oceanid. Please take all of my emotions and memories. Huh? My power is no match for yours, and I will soon disappear. Save all that I am, that I may be reunited with everyone in the new world. It seems like he's not up to date with the latest news. But we've established several nodes in Fontaines in accordance to the seal of the chimerical marriage, as part of our response to the apocalypse. Today, only 5 of the most important survive. Only the smallest part of our master's plan has been implemented. But even that is a form of success. And the arrival of the new world is fated. I cannot absorb your persona and memories. After all, I have no wish to retain anyone as with such serious sins on their hands as you are now. Huh? You may no longer be a crybaby, Jacob. But as you are now, You are still not worthy of eternity. Rather than that, we will help you and treat you. You must atone for your sins. Part of the Red Empress is within you. So you should know that she rejected the future. She wanted to return to Narcissus Institute as it was. Watch again as we pretend to be the Narcissus Crew Adventure Team. Beautiful memories are the only eternity in this world. There are no others. Grant it to me, O being of eternity. I do not wish it to be so, and I will not be persuaded that part of Lyris too. The appointed time has come. It seems the watch wound up running a little fast over the course of a century. What's going on here? I have reversed the seal of the chimerical marriage and reforged the holy blade of reason. The truth of the word formula has been proven. The seal of chimerical marriage was an ancient Fontanian ritual meant to seal off the course of life. Now it has been reversed, and all has been set free once more? That's insane. The primordial sea. Wait, back at the Fortress of Merope. The primordial sea was... Now it is time for our master, no, for Renee, to return. His will break the seal and control the source of life. The pure water of life will inundate the world as he rises once more, giving birth to a new universe. All souls will be preserved forever, and the blade shall fall into the waters and be grasped by its legitimate owner. All will be united as one and gain power to combat the apocalypse. Jacob! I've already anticipated the end for this body. The clock may stop, and its hands fall still. It may take Master a little time to find my will in the new world. But do not worry, we will meet there again. Jacob! Oh, that doesn't look good. What a terrible ending. What appeared was a time for mourning or lamentation. Everything hangs by a thread. If my sense of direction is right, I'm afraid the interior tower of Gestalt is below us now. You've never been there, Caterpillar. It is the closest point to Master's ultimate goal. I do not believe that many have been there. That means we don't know what we'll find there. I'm ashamed to admit it, but yes. What's all this? Warning. Abnormal environment changes detected. Paimon can see that just fine. Seems we don't have much time. Let's work together. Quickly. Before Jacob's new world becomes a reality. What a huge mechanical core. How shall we descend? An optical coupling design. It looks like we need to get all the rays onto their targets. So how do we do that? There must be some kind of equipment nearby. Have a quick look around. Here displays the Narcissus Crew's order optical coupling transmission design. This patent for the design comes from our passionate sponsor, Mr. Elvis. thing. Yeah, why do I
Hold
do
the
this?
line!
You're the team up first, I think. With one shot. You didn't go well yesterday. You didn't go well yesterday. You gonna go down, buddy? Yeah, I don't usually be a pain in the ass, but well, they're all just one. I've just got to collide. I'll do it later. Can't always wipe my brains on that thing right now. That's low. In this part? Ah, yeah. Don't mind me, sir. Doggo. Doggos. Adam M. Leviax, former Narcissus Cruise Ordo, and then the level 4. After returning home from Natlan, Madame Leviax has dedicated herself enthusiastically to the grand ideals of the Narcissus Cruise. An authority on beauty, she is highly skilled in divination, using blank, making her very popular with the other ladies. Not only has she provided the Order with something from that land, but she has also contributed greatly to promoting the Order's good name in high society. Interesting. Miss E. Leonard, former Narcissus Cruise member, level 3, as a famous book merchant, Miss Leonard has used blank to describe the Narcissus Cruise teachings in an easy-to-follow manner, thus making an extraordinary contributions to spread our tenets. It was for this reason that she was granted the exceptional promotion to level 3. That's it. The machine has begun to roam. I see. Spooky music.
Burn it down!
Allow me, born of ice and frost.
Erich, a former Narcissus Cruise Order member level 2, a famous historian from the Institute of Natural Philosophy, who has dabbled in the study of various ancient civilizations. After the Institute disbanded, he joined the Order at Mr. Gold's invitation. He has since continued his research into Remorian civilization. Mr. Griffin L. Randolph, even honorary Narcissus Cruise Order member, level 1. Mr. Randolph comes from a long line of wealthy nobles. His generosity has provided the Order's archaeological aspirations with ample financial support. Unfortunately, he has remained unable to pass the level 1 tests despite making several attempts. Due to his inability to remember the relevant keywords on account of his passion and by his special permissions of Mr. Ingold, he has been granted honorary membership and level 1 access. Where's this thing going to? Picture? That's above it. see. Fine. There's no right here, huh? Maybe that's it. That's up and down. Whoa. Oh, unless it spins around. That would make sense, actually. Ah, that was the moving. We gotta go. He's fucking over that one. Hmm. I wonder. What, so it's not that? What am I not seeing? Can we use this again? We can. Yeah, changed. Oh, I see. Why are you paying the ads? Fine.
Light it up!
Hold the line! I can fix this! Access denied. A reward on the road.
Give it up. Bingo. Oops.
Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle! Not bad.
Let's see. Professor Gafura, former Narcissistic Cruise member and famous dancer. She has been the most generous in her sponsorship for the Ordo and has reached level 3. On a certain Sunday, Narcissistic Cruise healed her injured leg and awakened her genius. Susanna, honorary member of Narcissistic Cruise member. Level 1. Needs to finish the Order's reading list and understand its ideals to reach level 1. Though Miss Susanna has not achieved this, the fact is, however, that Mr. Ingold and the Master Narcissistic Cruise always gets the lucky reward whenever they purchase her scones and cookies, which is why Mr. Ingold's suggestion she was made level 1 honorary member. Ichi Kawasa, former Narcissistic Cruise member level 1, a scholar from Inazuma, I figured that was the case, staying in Fontaine. He has displayed a great fervor for the Narcissistic Cruise teachings and has passed the level 1 test. Although we hope that he could spread his teachings in Inazuma, he seems to, for reasons his own, prefer living in Fontaine. He is also a romance novelist of some fame, and his works are pampered with hidden Remorian riddles. His success is intimately related to the Order's research. This one looks different. Oh, yeah. Well, let's have a look around. Chest. the wrong one, I guess. What end? This thing. Back. Where is it? Uh-oh. I'm not seeing this thing. Huh. Excuse me. Just where is this thing? Do I have to go back and press it one? Guess not. Oh, I didn't see you. Okay, that's the recycle. I don't want to aim at the wrong thing. Stop it, let me in.
this an answer from this world?
Interesting. I estimate at the height of the tower, and we're almost at the bottom. We may have to face the Narcissan crews if we continue to descend. The world is about to welcome its own answer. Will it be destruction or starvation, or perhaps the Narcissan crew's version of starvation? Please, who'd want to escape? Please, who'd want to escape the apocalypse their way? If Paimon has to leave, she'll make the traveler take her away from Teyvat. I'm going to save everyone. Hey, Paimon wasn't saying that she would just watch everyone bite the dust. There aren't any riddles to pursue us here, so why don't we get some rest and prepare ourselves here? Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Everyone, the door to the next level seems to be locked. Do you require my engine to Do you require me to input my engine into the overdrive to get enough horsepower to break through? That won't be necessary. We've decided to rest and reorganize here anyway, so we should just be more cautious and look around for a key. If we discover that that's a door without a key, then I'll kick it open myself. Red is the foundation principle for the Philosopher's Stone, while yellow represents gold and mortal temptation. Yellow is simply to bait. Yellow is a simple bait, red is the final goal. However, Conria would seek the truth of for gold's sake before turning the truth into a bread production pipeline. Gold, so Rhine daughter. That gave me a jump. Oh boy. Hello, how may I assist? About the Godomex? Do not worry, all of them are inactive. If we consider the age and the fact that they're early models, the probability of them waking is far from certain. According to the records of those with me, accessing the levels below will trigger the activation sequence. At that point, around 60% of them will activate successfully, while the remaining 40 is not guaranteed that they will fail to activate either. There's at least a slow chance of time to reduce danger we're about to face. You're something or other, I'll call that. You're starting to confuse me. Apologies, Miss Traveller. Yeah, I knew these guys were going to wake up. It was pretty obvious. Storybook. This is a strange fairy tale from the comments written in purple ink. The rabbit's pocket watch is in truth the beginning of the dream. The watch is the precise timekeeper, but the flow in the dreamland is madness. When the clock chimes, all shall end. Marianne, whom the people often mistake little for, but could not be that. They were first and one the same. The caterpillar has the hallmarks of maturity, the pipe reading glasses, knowledge, yet the larva he remains, not yet the butterfly. The one who lacks the confidence to break through the cocoon shall die before ever becoming so. But moths have no metamorphosis, and thus they can only leap into the flames. The Queen of Hearts, the one who is loved to take heads. The White Knight, who is humble about his little inventions. The Red Queen, in the end. It was all her dream, and she was the little mother She was a little mother cat. So we got to spit on her ass in one plan. Why are people fond of immersing themselves in dreams? Miriam weaves dreams encircling everyone in the Narcissus cruise is living his dream of saving the world. And I'm the one who's worried about tomorrow. So it's understandable if you don't understand Paimon. Because Paimon's the type to live in the present. But if it's a dream, you have to wake up eventually. And there's only two things that can happen after waking from a dream. You can either go right to sleep and return to the same dream, or you can face yourself in the waking world. Since you've woken up, it's time for breakfast. You can reward yourself with a nice chicken mushroom skewer. It's time to wake up again and bravely face reality for another day. You can do it. Wait, so that really was foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? What foreshadowing? That's quite funny. I read that one. It's very interesting, that one. There are some Narcissus notes and books here. Interesting they may be. None of them have a conclusion. Caterpillar, I have a question. Ask away. The members of the Ordo clearly hate Clockwork Mecha. So why are there so many gears in this tower? Now, that is an interesting question. But all I can offer you is my own conjecture. In my opinion, the theme of this isn't gears, but bells. The Timer bell holds a special meaning for people like Jacob and the Narcissus crews. A special meaning. When the bell tolls the end of the world, the adventure is over. You simply awaken from the dream. Who knows? How may I help you, Night Amy? Oh, I said the name once. Night Traveler. Both Caterpillar and Seymour are helping out, but I don't see to be of any use for now. Don't worry about it. Of course, I understand. It's a bit obvious that we can just kick it open and we've reached an understanding to do some investigating instead. I suppose this is us trying to mentally prepare ourselves in a fashion, right? Miss Caterpillar seems to have found the... Miss Traveler Caterpillar seems to have found the key. If that's the case, I'm gonna do this real quick. Everybody else is full. Seems to be the case. Time for a battle by the look of it. Well, well. Guess what we're stuck between the pages, Traveller? Whoa, it's a key. Indeed, and Seymour's already used the sonic imaging to do a rough analysis. It really is the key to that door. If Fontaine's authorities raided the place before, why didn't they find this? Perhaps the answer is that they simply never raided. Having a look through the notes here, I think I can understand why. The way he simply closed the door and left quiet. What are you trying to say? It's nothing. Perhaps this is enough. After all, there are Clockwork Mecha below that may come to life at any second. Time to go. Here they come. Guess these ones are waking up, huh? investigation log. I saw that. That's a big log. This report corroborates various other reports written by the archaeological studies conducted in the temple ruins, including, as the report includes, a large amount of related is set to the plan. It is only available for the internal consumption and is prohibited to disclose any of the following content in speeches or official publications to external parties. As to how to decipher the stone tablets and bronze slates, we've hit a massive roadblock right from the start. Most of the texts previously discovered in the Order of the Golden Troop ruins and the legacy copies we got from the collections were all from Fontaine's early nation building stage, or later. As such, most of these texts were written in Fontainean script. This time we unearthed a great number of never heard of that one, bronze slates and stone tablets, which all use ancient Romorian script. Regarding the Romorian characters, they seem to be from some phonography, I don't know what that is, of which is currently only recognize a single digit amount. For the longest time we treated them such as musical notes, and undertook many trials on that basis without any progress. As such, we've hit an impasse in our research, until after being reminded by Mr. Eric that we found is an ancient copy preserved by the Institution of Natural Philosophy, made progress in deciphering the documents. It's the first step in a long journey, but we have already surpassed the previous scholars from the esoteric, I can never say that word, regarding mortality. While it might conjure up empty thought of ethics today, it had more practical significance to the ancients. Complete mastery over one's body and will was considered a consummation of human virtue, a pinnacle that only the gods and the rarest of mortals could come close to attaining. Following mortal decay, the will became shackled to the bodily form. Willpower withered, and the humanity became entirely enslaved to their flesh. The ancients would see this as a separation from civilization's communal body. The external sundering from music and divine becoming next of kin to the beasts. Regarding the concept of the spirit and will, just as the people of Sumeru had specialized terminology to illustrate the different stages of plant growth, Fontanians had more than 20 words to describe the water's various aspects. However, the ancient studies and differentiation of the spirit reached heights that we ourselves found challenging to attain. While for the most part, it was divided into memory, wishes, soul, and persona, the spirit's qualities still carried complex distinctions. Among these, the state that came closest to the perfect freedom of divinities possessed the perfect freedom that divinities possessed was named true will. The detachment of the human will was such meticulous research as a jumping off point. Perhaps it was through this power that the ancients achieved transcendence from the physical realm. Despite this remarkable achievement, they were unable to escape their fate, which seemed to be preordained. Regarding Fortuna, myth, proverbs, and poetry, for all that we have compiled so far in connection to Fortuna, these findings deviate significantly from the initial expectations. At best, they could be described as vague inferences and prioral assertions, bereft of quantifiable or scientific rigor. They appear to be exceedingly rudimentary and primitive when compared to the world formula. Furthermore, as expected, this seems to be an attempt to make up some shortfall. The ancients even made no small amount of errors in their selection of materials. This was unavoidable. Aside from the analysis of the will and the seal of the chimerical marriage, there was hardly any utility to be found. When faced with the fact that the ancients were deceived by such falsehoods for 1,000 years, One can only wonder if it's only a matter of faith or folly. Okay, who's waking up? I think you're gonna get jumped. Okay, these guys are waking up, I guess. The combat capabilities arrayed here are quietly a terrifying sight. Ah, you changed my caterpillar. Well, we do indeed need to be ready for a fight after all. Look. These must be the security installations that were left behind when the tower was sealed. I'm afraid attempting to access this tower's lowest will trigger the activation sequence. Your guess is correct. I checked these clockwork mecha can still indeed be activated. In other words, there's also a possibility that they will fail to activate. They've been here for all these years. Well, this is the first time in all those years that the Holy Blade of Narcissus Cruise has been restored. If the signs from back then are accurate, the Holy Blade itself is the key that will open the final seal. If everyone's ready, let's get started. Enough text, I'll look at it. Let's bring this to an end. When the two of you are attacked, my permissions will activate, authorizing me to take action against the official armed forces. As such, there is no need for concern. Let's go. The final jogging trail waits. Whoa, it feels like the floor's moving. It's the beginning of the end. And here they come.
Born of ice and frost. This is long overdue.
Wrath from the sky! Not bad.
Hold the line. No touching.
I hate that thing. Every time.
We're way behind schedule. Access denied.
Burn it down!
Born of ice and frost. Blaze over. Billowing surge.
Rise with the sun!
Alright, Traveler, Paimon, Caterpillar, Seymour. Is everyone alright? Yes, it seems that we can proceed deeper down. Let's go, while there's still time. But there's still a bunch of clockwork mecha here. Go now, leave this area to Seymour and I. We'll regroup at the Narcissus Cruise Auto. Good luck. There's no need to worry about us. My combat assessment shows that there is a 100% chance of survival. You nod the Caterpillar in Seymour and then leap through the seal. As the seal drops. Quite catch the ending part. Looks like Caterpillar and Seymour are stuck on the other side. Seymour, Caterpillar. Don't worry about the man. They're strong. Besides, we agreed to meet back at the Ordo after all this is over, didn't we? Don't forget, we're both here with you. You're right, Paimon. I've seen how strong and smart and kind you both are. There's nothing to fear with you two here. Nothing to fear at all. That's Paimon's a little scared herself. There's nothing to worry about. There's no hardship we can't overcome. We have to keep moving forward. Okay. There's no telling what we're running to next. Let's be careful. Whoa. Is this the Primordial Sea? Definitely looks like this stuff. The day of return has arrived. Who was that? Looks like a battle arena. I sense reasons. Visitors, are you successors to the Narcissus Cruise? Or are you a threat? You have drawn your weapons. I see your answer. Narcissus Cruise? Yeah? This thing's Narcissus Cruise? If you've saved. You draw your weapons at me only because you have been misled by untruths. But this is no time for me to waste my powers. Wonder and rejoice when all is over. I shall explain. I shall demonstrate. But now, place the holy blade in my hand and flee to safety. We're not giving you the holy blade. But I forgive you and I will save you nevertheless. I can sense it is not yet complete. Even if it makes an updraft of my own. Right, it's just me. Wait, what is that? That's help, that's help. at me? Jeez. Gotta do it again, I guess. Okay, interesting. I missed the take, so I didn't see if I could do something special. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Back ASAP. Yeah, that thing. Got speared. Let me stop this. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? My audio die? Why is there no audio playing? Hello, 1, 2, 3. Any audio? Hello, 1, 2, 3. Oh, what the flip gone off? Get the audio there now. What the flip? That's gonna be fun. Ready, game.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
What? Got screwed there. What was being dumb. That's why the audio cut off. This is going to be a pain. Not. Take That hurt. Impossible. I had already reached the stage of no return. How have I fallen to this point? And I've lost all control of the primordial sea. Why? Why has this happened? Why did you do this? Yo. And how about you? I can't quite read that name. What is it? Clary something. Clary? The new world cannot be born, and I shall die in a shell, a husk of a dream. Paimon reckons you're the one who should try waking up from your dream. The end of the world is the kind of thing that everyone should work together to stop. I see. The Holy Blade is not on my side. With each swing, it cuts through the universe that surrounds me, until at last my weak ordinary self has returned to its physical body. Primordial sea won't overflow its banks so soon. That creature has already been defeated. I should have sensed the changes of values originally ended. I should have sensed that the changes of values that originally entered into the world formula, a variable, has descended upon this world. Not everything from the outside universe can be called a presence or a variable, but it seems I overlooked one nonetheless. You. The witness of all, the recorder of all, the designer of all. Okay, that is very interesting. Only one who is worth the dragon. Only one who is worth a world can bear that title. I once dreamed of becoming one just like you, but that dream is now shattered. All I have done is meaningless, an empty dream. No less than a dream, even a dream is at least harmless. But I know, you and they have paid so much for all I have done. Narcissus and Cruz. No, it's you. I didn't see you there. Do you know who I actually am? Names are just labels, but yes, I am most familiar with those two colors that mix inside your soul. Director Lyris does not know what has happened. She just holds on to Marianne, who herself still clings to life. She cannot understand such a complex present and future, and hopes to retain the past, and so she does the things only she can. My name is Anne. In that case, hello, Anne. I am willing to forgive you. What an odd thing to say. From the very start, my plans had lofty and sacred aims. Reading things weird here. Selfishness has never come into it. None may judge or criticize me, nor do I need forgiveness. Your aims have been lofty, but your insanity has harmed many. You did not even enter the formula correctly. What's wrong with being forgiven for a mistake? You are right. I apologize. So please, Narcissus and Cruz, come back with us. There are other people you need to see. This guy seems to have become much more cooperative. But a request like that? Of course. Huh? Doesn't this sort of thing require some inner struggle for hours of persuasion? As I said before, I do not feel that I've done anything wrong. My mission has failed. But the world has been saved nonetheless. Let others mock and curse me. I am empty within now. Only one desire remains. What is it? I too wish to return to the very beginning, to the time before the Narcissus and Cruz heroes set off on their journey. But that is impossible. We are not masters of our own fate. I no longer even have the power to determine my own dreams. Well, Night Traveler, when you're ready, we'll proceed to reseal the primordial waters, and then we'll leave this place. Let's meet up with game. Control's been a pain in the ass again. Are you ready to leave? Let's go. Yep, let's go. The entrance is sealed once more with the power of the holy blade of Narcissus and Cruz. I see, the person who almost saved the world spoke. The holy blade need not be a sword. It could even be a gold-haired outlander. And now the younger sister, who never stood forth in part of the adventure, has grasped the sword at last. With that, he returned to Narcissus and Cruz orders. I mean, they met the brother. They must have met Aoife. I knew you'd come back up in one piece. And we're glad that you and Seymour are okay. In fact, the floor quickly flooded with rising water, incapacitating the security machinery. Mr. Caterpillar carried me under his arm. I said in one piece, and indeed everyone is accounted for. So, how is there one more person here? Well, allow me to introduce Narcissus and Cruz. Or rather, what's left of Narcissus and Cruz. Master, you've made progress, Caterpillar. You seem more human than you did centuries ago. I thought I'd be more excited to see you, but I feel unexpectedly calm. Over the last several hundred years, I've read many books, and I've come to understand more about your teachings, as well as some absurdities in your theories. Image record. The individual known as Non-Instant Cruise has been updated. Please do not make any sudden moves, Non-Instant Cruise. Silly dog. You're not going to initiate your mass annihilation mode again, are you? I judge that the threat it constitutes to you is low. Still, do not make any sudden moves, Non-Instant Cruise. Better than Guillotine's creation. I once saw a bright future for it. That it could perhaps achieve what the ancient people's golems could not. Not that it matters now. Could you let me inspect its internals, just out of desire for knowledge, of course? Seymour's our companion, you know. Fine. Saving the world is usually a poetic rhetoric one employs to alleviate mental illness. Whether it takes the form of protecting a flame of a candle until the pilgrimage is done, or writing a story that allows the fiction to invade reality. Did you recover from your malady in the end? Master, you now know what became of Non-Instant Cruise Ordo. What will you do next? There may be a hint of irony in your voice when you call me Master, but I will accept it nonetheless. You surely know about your birth. I'm not interested in that anymore. You were simply toying with life, a kind of indifference I find despicable. I will accept that too. Your attitude is so negative. Have you given up on yourself? I will answer all your questions and then offer. Then my offer still stands from before. I will reveal the mysteries to them and the answers to any questions. In that case, please take Anne and find the truth about her origins. You explain the other Marianne into Non-Instant Cruise. Yeah. So that's what happened to the director and Marianne. I will help you, of course. It is something I ought to do. Let's go to the kingdom through the looking glass together. That's for your wish from before, Paimon. I've done everything I can. I'll be staying out of whatever happens next. Huh? What wish? Is your memory that much worse than mine? Didn't you ask me to help you and Anne and Seymour? Oh, right. But why don't you want to come with us then? I think the next matter is a very personal for Anne and Marianne. That scene doesn't call for a character like me. But you, Traveler, and Paimon are different. You're heroes of the story. Yes, the mighty heroine Paimon. Well, Paimon should actually be... Be what, You're not about to say something mean, are you, Caterpillar? Whatever do you mean? You're the kind guiding fairy at the hero's side, of course. Fine. Paimon will take that. Once you finish up over there, let us, things that used to be human, have a little reunion. Should I go with Miss Traveler, then? Of course you should. I mean, you've been seeking the end of the quest this whole time. You too need an answer, don't you? I apologize. I do not understand. In that case, Seymour, you wait for us with Caterpillar. It's settled then. When it's just about time, I'll bring you to them. Understood. Seymour, Caterpillar, thank you. Shall we? Alright, let's go find Marianne. Well, hurry up and get it done, then. We need to have that get-together, don't we? The reason why I'm not worried about everything going smoothly is... well, Non-Instant Cruise is absolutely a reliable guide, so there won't be any issues with him around. An explanation? What do you mean? My operations require energy and commands, not explanations. Still, maintaining a primary directive and logic module that both constantly return errors has brought me to the verge of a shutdown. Perhaps I do need some assistance. Let's see if it ever gave me that sword or not. Doesn't look like it, does it? Maybe you get it at the end of the quest, or maybe I missed it. Maybe it was a one-time thing. It was cool to wield it, though. Oh, it was in my inventory, wasn't it, actually? That was in the other one. See, it was a wooden sword originally. Is it still in here? I'm not seeing it. Might have been one again. No, that's that one. It might be in here somewhere. Oh wait, no, it is here. It's there. Maybe it doesn't make the location. Wait, this is what I think it is. Don't I need to go down that? Yeah, I gotta remember this place. I think it's down below, right? Yeah, here. She flooded it. And it pushed us out, so... Not sure it's the right place. Oh, where am I? Is it the tower one again? It is over there. Wait, this is even worse than last time. Everything's back to the way it was. And of the purest water, visualized in detail. what this place would be like if our obstacles receded before you. Will that do anything? Caterpillar said that before, that the story had already lost its meaning. As such, these imagery things aren't necessary anymore. That is how it might be for a low-level seeker, however, you are also the master of this place. Some believe this to be a world only to be a prison of suffering devoid of meaning, but you wield a power over this place, so rewrite it, imbue it with meaning. Only the hubris of the one who believes in themselves above all the world can give rise to miracles. Had I not fervently believed I was above the apocalypse, I would not be here where I am now. Are you saying that you also believe the world has meaning? Why else would I have made plans to save it? On second thought, perhaps Caterpillar was right, and the only one who seeks the world's salvation is to prove that they themselves deserve it. Paimon doesn't really get what that means. Only by transforming oneself into a being of light to bring hope to darkened world may one be permitted to enter the eternal kingdom of light after death. The martyrs who perish in the world's sins undeserving of salvation are the martyrs who perish in the world's sins deserving of salvation, I see. Paimon gets it and doesn't get it at the same time. It is no matter, my teachings no longer have an audience. Oshinadan, can you do what I said? I'll give it a try. Whoa! You're amazing, Anne. You're amazing, Anne. Thank you, but I don't feel that amazing. Why is that? Because something that you would normally take for granted, you have simply remembered a fragment of your origin. Let us press on. Oh, Pat.
Is this an answer from this world?
Where's that? Not above anymore. But they're distracted by the shiny. Let me see what I can do. Calculator, allow me. You're getting the hang of that magic, it seems. We'll make a faster way up. But I took the shiny way. Go back, twice here. What did he want to do there? I wasn't quite sure. Okay. I think it's the right one, I guess. Two. Oh, you pain in the ass. Just listening about listening? Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Clear that one. Now these two. Get behind it. Nope. Camera said no. Marianne does not want to see us. I'm guessing I have to dodge all these. Oh boy. Go back. Please, I beg of you. Marianne's voice is getting a little weaker. She's gone from command to request. So it doesn't look like she's begging. Still, it sure doesn't look like she's begging us. Can you push yourself still further, Anne? It's fine since we've already come this far. There's no point turning back now. Forgive me, Marianne, but we must get through this place. You got rid of all of them, Anne? It's pointless to resist the truth, and merely denied that futile resistance. Let's keep moving forward. Those two are going back inside. The door here is shut. How are we going to get inside now? If we can't get in, we can't... if we can't get in, then we can't get to that dizzying corridor and room. We can't jump down to that place where we fought Narcissus. No problem. Allow me to ensure this visit won't be in vain. Liddell is nothing more than a figment of the Red Empress's dream. And this time, it's time to wake up. Indeed. That is the case. Why? Why couldn't you just leave us here in peace? Marianne, we should be able to help you this time. Please let us in. No, I don't need your help. Please leave. I'm begging you. Princess Lyris, your story should have would have you living happily ever after. I won't give up. This barrier is composed of an extremely hard and resistant will, but the Holy Blade is in your hands now, Traveler. If Paimon remembers correctly, the Holy Blade should be able to cut through any will that comes from water. Correct, clever one. I've got it. Sorry, Marianne. Just bear with us. Don't come back here again. It's warm here, and I like it that way. Don't come to me with expectations, with that determined look on your face. Just leave me alone until my consciousness keeps its form together, fades away. Keeps its form together, fades away. No one needs saving, and that's great. Just let me decay here on my own until everything is broken down. Nothing more than a puddle of water is left. Please stop, I'm begging you. Stay away. This is out, Anna, please. Yeah, it's time to wake up, lady. My controller wants to let me press the button. Why are you doing this? Is the truth really that important? What's wrong with forever dwelling on dreams of the past? It may be the truth that it isn't that important. But the future is. Indeed. Even if you regard me as a villain, I have never once given up on the future. Wait, you're... That is correct. I am Narcissus and Crew. Renee! Yes, I am Renee. This is who I am now. I am most pleased to see you both, as well as Anne. Your present state could be said to be something beyond human or oceanid, a state of transcendence. As a human, as human is to ape, as superhuman is to human, you are now the meaning of Fontaine itself. Is this really a good time to be saying all that sort of stuff? You don't think about anyone else's feelings, do you, Narcissus and Cruz? My apologies, I am responsible for the circumstances that led you all here. It's okay. I've already forgiven him, Marianne. Please, look at this. This is... This is the eternity I've always longed to protect. Renee. Yes. I can't forgive Narcissus and Cruz just yet. But Renee is a different story. The Narcissus and Cruz Institute was our home. Why did things turn out this way? It was likely doomed to be thus the moment Elaine's Adders act out the story of the hero Narcissus and Cruz and the evil dragon over and over. I too missed the way things used to be, but Narcissus and Cruz was born out of the delusion and salvation. And what a protracted dream that was. But I was roused from that dream. Now it is your turn. It's not a contradiction to accept your past, as well as your live, dragon, as long as you'll live your life going forward. That's what Caterpillar told me. The apocalypse has been stopped, and the future is full of possibilities. Your future holds more than just pain. This I promise you. If you cannot accept yourself, you could allow Anne to merge with you. Then use the Holy Blade of Narcissus and Cruz to separate your personalities of Lyris and young Marianne. That won't be necessary. I'm willing to accept the past. Our little hero Anne's adventure is hers alone. I will live as myself, and I see the world as you risk everything to save it like it is, Renee. Huh. The Holy Blade of Non-System Crews is... I see. Your will has been conveyed, Marianne. The Holy Blade's purpose has been fulfilled, and its significance in the story has ended. Paimon doesn't totally get it, but does that mean the Traveler won't be able to use that cool title anymore? Fine by me. Let us return to the original topic. You said you'd like to see the outside, but this is now Guillotine's world. I doubt there will be much to see. However, if you can bring yourself to like it, that would be ideal. And Renee, shall we travel together? Absolutely. As for me, regrettably, you must allow me to decline. There is still something that I must do. Oh, okay. In that case, don't forget to give me your address. I'll write it down. I'll write it down. I'll write to you about what Anne and I encounter on our journey. Just like you and Jacob would tell me about what you saw in Sumeru. Except I'm afraid our journey will have to wait a teeny bit longer. Caterpillar did say we would have a reunion or something. That's right, he should be here soon. Let's wait a little longer for him, shall we? Alright, you two. Let's take this opportunity to talk to Marianne, Traveler. Perhaps I should have proposed a toast to us who were once human. Though I don't think any of us could imbibe the way we are now. Was there anything that could not be said before we set off? I'm just giving you a chance. It may not have been a good time for you to say some things back there. You could tell? Well, it cannot be helped. I have expended too much of my power. I shall not remain able to maintain myself for long. But why? We work so hard to. But before I disappear, tell me, what have you learned over these last few centuries? I would like to know what sort of dreams you had. Until I met the Knight, Traveler, and Paimon, I was always searching for Princess Lyris. Even after learning the truth, that I was just a character in someone's dream, I have no regrets. That's because I've already completed the best and greatest adventure of all. Perhaps my reward is being able to turn my dreams into reality. I was just going back and forth between prison and books, occasionally dreaming about parts of my previous life. There were times when I wondered whether the butterfly became me or I became the butterfly. But once I awoke, I realized that I was only a caterpillar. The butterfly is also me. But whether it is the future or past me is hard to say. Dreams, magic, memories, exotericism. All that I held dear now seems worthless to me. During the first 10 years, I focused all my power on preventing the dissipation of my will. During the years that followed, I used the potent will to construct a universe within myself to resist the coming fate. That is how I held on. I suppose it's the same for you. To build a beautiful dream out of the ruins that once was our home. That is an incredible thing. Good, thanks, you. Marianne was right. It's warm here. Yes, I know. I grow weary, Anne. Please leave me here. Farewell. He never did change his name back to Renee, did he? Life. But what is it? Life, but what is it but a dream? Ah, so this is where the adventure we and had came from. No wonder everything was so chaotic. It wasn't finished. Yeah, I couldn't figure an ending out. To that point, everything had fallen apart. But the more such things happen, the more I want a simple, happy ending. You know, sometimes you say I, and sometimes you say we. Are you really Marianne, or are you Lyris, the Oceanid that there is talking about? I don't know. Well, not that it matters anymore. And Caterpillar, you're back. Where's Renee? He was a bit tired, so he went to rest. Well, Paimon hopes he turned over a new leaf and stops causing trouble. Seymour, you can come over now. Understood. Miss Marianne. Miss Marianne? Your new hair and eye colors are simply dazzling. Honestly, you silly dog, is that all you can say? My language center isn't able to express the information I am processing. I know, you're the same as ever. Sorry. I missed you so much. Right. So such things happened, huh? And there's Jacob. Miss Traveler, Miss Paimon, descriptively largely fits the facts. But one thing I must be added. The power output during the combat has been below expectations. This is because 30% of my components were damaged during the battle at Elenus, and have not been maintained since. I hope you will consider this when evaluating my performance and will not choose to scrap me. Of course not. You've always been strong and brave. You are much more resilient than we are, Seymour. Indeed, my designer, Helen Gertine, is Fontaine's leading engineer, and the components I am made of represent the best of the nation's material, scientific, and craftsmanship. That is not what she meant. What are your orders next, Miss Marianne? You decide, Marianne. As far as Seymour's concerned, I'm just Anne. Seymour, what would you like to do? My primary directive is to accompany and protect you, Miss Marianne, on behalf of Alain Guillotine. Oh, you silly. Those were my brothers, Alain's instructions. I'm asking you, what do you want to do? I once promised Miss Mimir that once I found my mistress, I would return to her coordinates and thank her. And that was correct of you. Good dog. Marianne, do you remember what you once said to me? Yes, Seymour. I hope you can become the master of your own fate. In that future, you will do what you want to do. And what you think is right. Miss Marianne. Do I understand this correctly? Are you saying that previously received orders should be regarded as null and void? Yes, so let me ask you again, Seymour. What do you want to do? I wish to remain by your side, Miss Marianne, but I also wish to accompany Miss Mayer. However, I calculate that the spatial requirements between those two wishes are incompatible. Perhaps not. We'll be taking a trip to explore the world, and Miss Mimir is an artist, isn't she? Then let our journeys coincide. Not sure. We will leave our footprints in the deserts, in the forest, and in the snowfields, in the lost ancient city of Wise? I'm not sure about that one. In Arcadia. In the Golden Hyperborea. We will enjoy the sights and stories we will write together. What do you think, Seymour? I find that a very reasonable suggestion, Miss Marianne. But I will need to ask for Miss Maria's consent. Yes, of course. Let us agree to meet here. In any case, I am eager to meet this artist who's kept you company for so long. Coordinates entered. So next, Traveler, Paimon, and Caterpillar, you were the bravest and strongest of all of us. Thank you all so much. Wait, so I'm no longer a knight? That story is over. And for me, for us, you, as you are now, are the realest and most important of all. And not just in the story when you play the role of the knight. Just like the Holy Blade in the story became a sword when the mission is complete, so too will the knight return to a new person, as a new person. Paimon can't decide if you're praising or criticizing the traveler here. It is praise, of course. You have written an end to an unfinishable story, and you have brought us all a new tale. We will never forget this. Ah, come on, there's no need to be so polite. I've also gained a lot from being able to play my role in this tale. I hope you all have a wonderful trip. Yes, and I am confident we'll meet again in the future. Then it is time for me to return to Miss Mamiya's coordinates. We can come too, Caterpillar. Come with us, would you? Let's go, Seymour. Caterpillar, let's see this through to the end. Very well. I will accompany you. Oh, now I gave him the sword. That's cool. Where would you like to go now, Marianne? Well, I've remained... No. Try again. Well, I've remained for far too long in its imaginary past world. The world must have changed a lot after 100 years. I want to see the world beyond the glass wall. I want to experience new stories. Are you afraid, Marianne? I know stories end, but I find it difficult to imagine that everything would end like this. From the moment I was born in the Narcissus Cruise Kingdom was everything to me. I understand that you're feeling more uneasy than I am. You were born from this story, but from now onward, you must start your own story. And story. And I must slowly step away from the looming shadow of my past. Neither Lyris's memories nor Marianne Guillotine's represent who I am now. We have a long path ahead of us, Anne. I know, but you'll be all right. If you find yourself feeling afraid, we can come back here. Even if the ruins only remain, the seed that drifts here will bloom. So long as we remain, we can always rebuild a new home. This controller is going to annoy me. Stand still. Oh my lord. Definitely going to buy a new controller. This is starting to do my nutting. Trying to face forward, by the way. But the game's like, hey, controller's like, you're there, about that, just keep walking right. Face forward. This damn controller. You know, we'll do it this way. I was going to do it that way, but that'll work. This is going to be very annoying. As soon as I move this. Okay, we can zoom in and out with this. What were the buttons again? That goes down. She's about to move. 2 minutes or more. Oh, she blinked. This controller, dude, makes it a nightmare to take pictures. I mean, why? go to Mercy Village. So to teleport there, because that's a long way away, isn't it? Okay, controller. I think it's this one. Yes, it's all the right place. You can see the slow missions here I've got to do. But they can wait for now. Ah, Traveler Paimon, could you come over here for a moment? Sweet. We'll come back to you in a minute. Traveler, Paimon, and Seymour. You new to come back? It's just that Paimon. What, you sound a little angry at me, Mia? Yes, even without the Traveler and Paimon's help, my positioning and navigational modules would have allowed me to return here. Incredible. Wait, so you were just surprised? Well, I knew you wouldn't disappear with the token that symbolizes my life and birth. I also knew that the Traveler and Paimon would be sure to bring you back. Turning to your side is what I want to do. It's not a concept I fully understand. The logic prompts me to do this. I believe this is correct. It's kind of complicated, and I can't say I understand, but never mind. It's just good that you're back. Oh, and this is? Hello, don't worry about me, I'm just along for the ride. Is that so? Well, you are a fascinating color. Regardless, I am delighted to see Seymour. I haven't heard from Father since the message Traveler passed on. And then Seymour left. It was difficult for me. Oh, it looks like Mamiya doesn't know what happened while you were in a daze. Everyone in Marcia Village helped me get through that during that time. That's what made me realize what Father meant. Oh yes, I've been learning a new style of painting while I was with them. Is it more novel than before? Is it even more novel than before? I think it would be easy for you to understand. Even Melusines of Mercy Village can tell what I'm painting now. Or rather, rather than just saying, oh, how lovely. Wow, I can't wait to see our priceless masterpieces. Now, speaking of paintings, Marianne mentioned something. Seymour explains the idea of a joint trip. Really? That sounds wonderful. Let's set off now then, on our round the world trip of artistic creation. Yes, let's go now. This instant, I'll pack up my art supplies and clothes. You can just sit tight and wait for me, alright? Yes, Miss Mimiya. Wow, you sure sprang into action. Of course, I mean, if you don't act, your dreams will never come true, right? Paints. While we wait, let me express my gratitude, Miss Traveler, Miss Paimon, and Mr. Caterpillar. This is based on my judgment of what Miss Marianne says. I want to do, with your help, I have finally been able to complete my task. However, I still do not understand what it means to become the master of my own fate. Fate, you see, is a concept humans create themselves to understand things. It is not real. Whoa, Paimon doesn't know how to explain this now. Didn't they tell you, just do what you want to do? If you always do what you want to do, you become the master of your fate. I see, and what I want to do now is sit here and wait for Miss Mamiya. Okay, in that case, Paimon wishes you all a good trip. Thanks, Paimon. Paintings to give them, paintings to give. Be a good dog and look after Mimir, alright? I will. Do what I want to do. You and Caterpillar arrive outside Mercy Village. Okay. So the tale of non-existent cruise has ended. It is time for me to follow my own path. Where would you go, Caterpillar? That is a good question, Paimon, and since the beginning of time, the most determined and resilient of people has found their answers. There you go again. I jest. For now, the only thing that can be sure is that I still owe Lenore half a story. But I don't know how it ends yet. There's a lot to consider. I don't know where I'll go. But there are a few things I need to find. Is that so? So it's goodbye, traveler. And farewell, Paimon. Meeting you has been the most fortunate thing to happen in this life of mine. Goodbye, Caterpillar. Likewise, Caterpillar. Yeah, take care, Caterpillar. Don't let anyone find out who you really are. That'd be a pain. The Hilly Chill smiles when turning to leave. Okay, I'm glad people told me that world quest now. Oh, I see it. Oh, how's am I going to get over there in that time limit? Controller, don't screw me. It most certainly tried to screw me. Anything up here? Don't see anything. That'll be probably tomorrow. Ah yes, the temple itself. Guess we'll do this before going to get that. What are we on, time-wise? We should just about call the hour.
Try and stop me!
Oh, that was a bad idea. Of course.
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
north.
Rev the engines! Light it up!
What you got? Come again.
Light of the blazing sun!
Good. Replace my hammer. Subject.
Try and stop me! Burn it down! Time to buckle down.
No touching.
So then tomorrow will probably be the event we just looked at, and then probably be catching up with the why is my brain not working?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Not probably Archon Quest, that's what I was thinking of. Because I'm a bit behind on
Thank
this.
you for completing today's
Because I
commissions.
was told to do that
Here
world
is your
quest,
reward.
which I'm glad somebody told me to do. They're going to get a private DM later.
Ad Astra.
Let me do that. Actually, I'll show some more eliminate. I did one of the challenge ones. Yeah, time for pain. purple. Book. Back to back purple. Ether. He's got to get pretty high on those now. Quite a few of them there. And nope, not happening yet. Unfortunate. Not giving up though. Do this real quick. Alright, I'll be leaving it here. Please stand still. Right, I'll be leaving it here and I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be doing probably the event first because of obvious reasons. It's timed. And then we'll be doing this one. I got said I'm a bit behind because people said don't do that mission yet. And my hotkeys not working the old-fashioned way. Not why it's stuck.